Welcome to our final practice paper solution video. So first question is identifying the functions from their graph. Some graphs are given here and we have to find out which function satisfies this graph. Okay, I kept in the both side, that is two same graph, so that when I scroll then you can see the graph here in this side. So which function could produce the red graph? The red graph is this color, so this is the red graph. Which of this function could produce it? You will notice that this function is, there is no like horizontal or some other asymptote, and it looks like a polynomial function, not rational function. And you can see it from the options also. There is no rational function, all are polynomial function. So which one could produce it? Now see this. What is going on here? 1, 1 and 2. This is plus 1, minus 1 and 2. All the options are like this. So this is possible that this one is maybe minus 1, this one maybe plus 1, and this one maybe plus 2. Okay, according to this. Now you can say, sir, how do you know this is not written? That's correct, this is not written, but according to the options, given options, we can assume it like this. Now, based on that, which one could produce the red graph? Now see, where it touched, our graph actually touched at plus 1. This is touch. So that means for this plus 1, our multiplicity is what? Touch means multiplicity is even. So it should be even number for the plus 1, and this one is cross. So their multiplicity should be odd number, and here odd number is 1 in all the options, and even number is 2. As you can see, 2 here, 2 here. We have to choose like now which one is correct. Suppose you can say, sir, is this one is correct? Let's say this one. Let's say this one is correct. This one also you can check. This one is also you can check. We can check all of them, and we can see which one is correct. And let's start with the first one. This is plus 1. Let me bring some editing tool. This is plus 1. So real 0 is minus 1. So real 0 is minus 1. This is minus 1. So real 0 is plus 1. And this one is minus 2. So real 0 is plus 2. And this one is minus 1. So, and power is what? Power is 1. So it is cross. Power is 2. So it is touch. Power is 1 here. So it is cross. So this is the option. This is the option. You will notice which is actually matching, because at plus 1 it touched, at plus 1 it touched, it is touching, and minus 1 is cross, and plus 2 it is cross. So see, this one is matching. Now this one, suppose you can say, sir, I want to know which one is wrong. In fact, all other options are wrong. Okay, all other options are wrong. Now let me explain why they are wrong. This one is, for this one, real 0. For the first term, real 0 is what? Real 0, this is x plus 1. So real 0 is minus 1. So minus 1 is real 0. And for the minus 1, it said power is 2. For the minus 1, it said power is 2, which is touch, but it did not touch here. It crossed here. That means for this term it is false. And this one, see, it said x minus 2 whole square. That means at plus 2 it is touch, but we can see, it is clear that at plus 2 it is cross. It is not touch. So for this reason we can say that they are not correct. And why this one? Last one looks like for plus 1 it is now it is matching. For plus 1 it is touch. What's wrong with this one? You can ask, sir, what's wrong with this one? The problem is here. It said x plus 2 is a real 0. For plus 2, x plus 2, that means minus 2 is real 0. But at minus 2 there is nothing here. At minus 2 there is nothing here. You can say, sir, maybe this is minus 2. Okay, if this is minus 2, then you see there is another real 0 which is -1. Where is that one? Okay, so there is 2 negative real 0 in this question, but just we have only 1 here, which indicates that there is only 1 minus real 0 here in the graph, which indicates that this one is also wrong. This one is also wrong. So basically, of course, only one of the option is correct, all other options are wrong. So in this case, our correct answer is this one. Our correct answer is this one. Now come to the next one, next graph. And B number question is B number question is which of the options are wrong and why it is wrong. And actually we already explained it. Which one is wrong? Actually, without the first one, all three are wrong. And I think by now you know why they're wrong, because of their multiplicity. Either their multiplicity is in a problem or real 0 is in a problem situation. This is the reason. Now blue graph. This is why I kept this side another page, so that you can see from here. We do not have to go up. Which function could produce the blue graph? The question is this: which function could produce the blue graph? Now you see all of the options are rational function. Rational function means something divided by something, some polynomial divided by another some polynomial. So we can see that all of the options are what? All of the options are rational function. Now let's analyze the graph a bit. What do you see from this graph? First thing, I think you will notice this, that the graph was coming to this side, this side, this side, and all of a sudden at some point graph is actually going up. And from this side also graph was coming, and all of a sudden and the graph was going up. And these two lines indicates there must be something here. There must be some vertical asymptote here. Okay, there must be some vertical asymptote here. Or else why they are going up? There is no reason. They should just go. They should just cross something. Okay, so there must be some vertical asymptote here. And we do not know what is the value, but we know that there must be something here. What is this value? What is this value here? We do not know. We do not know what is this value. And also, notice that another one thing. Notice that the graph is going to this direction, and all of a sudden, instead of going down, it is a little bit flat. And another noticing thing here is this graph was going down, and instead of going down, this graph should do what? This graph should go like this, right? Let me bring this editing tool. Graph should go down. Then all of a sudden, graph started going to little bit up and then flat. That means something is attracting this graph to that direction. That means there must be some, let me bring another color for that asymptote. There must be some asymptote here, which is because you know our graph will go closer and closer and closer to the asymptote. That means there must be some asymptote here which is attracting the graph. And you see, if we give some asymptote here, then all our concept is matching. Do you understand? If we give an asymptote here, then all our concepts are matching. Okay, this graph is going this direction. The graph was going down, and it is going, as you know, our graph in the rational function graph will go closer and closer and closer to the horizontal asymptote and vertical asymptote both. So it was going down. Then why it should go up? Why? There must be some asymptote somewhere here. That's why the graph is going closer to that asymptote. So now we have some idea. There is some asymptote, horizontal asymptote here. There is some vertical asymptote here. And there is some x-intercept here. X-intercept here. There is some y-intercept, of course, because the graph is going like this. So there must be some y-intercept somewhat here. We do not know what is that value. We do not know because the value is not given. But we know where they are. Okay. They are somewhere here. They are somewhere here. And there must be some line down there. Now look at this. Which function could produce the blue graph? And I think you may have noticed that this is actually the correct option. That's why this is marked as green. And why it is correct? Let's discuss it. See, vertical asymptote is here. What here? Vertical asymptote is what? Vertical asymptote comes from the downside, and I think you know vertical asymptote is x equal to minus 2. X equal to minus 2. This is VA, vertical asymptote. See, which is somewhat matching. Maybe it is minus 2, no problem if we consider it is minus 2. Now you can say, sorry, maybe it is plus 3, minus 3. That is also possible, but you see, there is no minus 3 given here, so we do not have to think about that. Okay, you can say, sir, maybe this is minus 10. That's also possible. Suppose if I give here in the question, when we make the question, if we give here minus 10, minus 10, minus 10, then that is also possible. But we did not give that. We give just only 2. Everywhere it is 2. So you have to think that way. Okay, you should think your thinking process in the correct direction because of the given option, based on the given option. Now see, what can be our horizontal asymptote? Horizontal asymptote can be what? See, the power of x is in the numerator, x and x, that means x square. Down is also x square. So horizontal asymptote is what? That means horizontal asymptote is what? That means horizontal asymptote is y equal to 1. If the power is same up and down, then horizontal asymptote is y equal to 1 because of the coefficient. Okay, this is coefficient. Same power means coefficient. Now we have to go for coefficient. Okay, so this is the horizontal asymptote. And now see, what is our x-intercept and y-intercept? X-intercept. Okay, let's find out the x-intercept. You do not have to, by the way, you do not have to find out all these things because they are not asking you to find vertical asymptote. Just you have to get some idea where can it be, but it's not necessary to show. X-intercept, you know, the x-intercept will come from the numerator. X-intercept come from the numerator because if you put y equal to 0, this equal to 0, then this is downside, it will go to this side and everything will become 0. So basically x from this term, x plus 1, x minus 1 equal to 0. So this equal to what and this equal to what? That is our x-intercept. In short, x-intercept comes from the numerator of a polynomial function. When it is in the factored form, this is easy to find. This is x plus 1, so minus 1 is 1 intercept. This is x minus 1, so plus 1 is another intercept. This is x-intercept. Now y-intercept. 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 Y-intercept will come from when you put x equal to 0 in the question. So if you put 0 here, if you put 0 here, if you put 0 here, what happens? This is plus 1, this is minus 1. So plus 1 into minus 1 equal to ultimately minus 1. This is plus 2 whole square. Plus 2 whole square means plus 4. Okay, so ultimately it is minus, this is minus 1 divided by 4. Minus 1 divided by 4 means what? Minus 0.25. Minus 0.25. Minus 0.25. Okay, now you see everything is matching. All the things that we have found here, everything is matching with this graph. Vertical asymptote somewhat in minus 2, horizontal asymptote somewhat in plus 1, in the plus side, not here, not in the negative side, plus 1. Then x-intercept, there is 2 x-intercept, one is here, maybe one is minus 1, one is plus 1, which is this. And then y-intercept, there must be some y-intercept down here because the graph was going down and then it crossed the y line somewhat down there. So maybe this is the y-intercept, and in the negative side, you can see in the negative side, somewhat in the negative side. That's why this is the answer. Now you can say, sir, okay, explain now some other option why that is not an answer. Okay, so I think you will say that this is not an answer. First of all, without any calculation, you will say that this is impossible to get that this is the answer. This is not his answer because this is vertical asymptote is x equals to plus 2. When it is minus 2, vertical asymptote is plus 2. So plus 2, there is no vertical asymptote here. You can say, sir, it is not written. How do I know? graph will never cross the vertical asymptote. This is one clue. Okay, and another clue is if there is some vertical asymptote at +2, then this graph should go closer and closer to that vertical asymptote. It is not going there, so it's not there. Another clue, and now this one you can say, sir, what about this one? What about this one? This one is, you will notice that this is very close answer. This one, x plus 1, x minus 1, then x plus 2. It looks like this is correct, but you will see the power of x plus 2 is odd number. This is 1. Power is odd number, and there is a rule: if power is odd number, then this graph, one side should go closer this side, then another side should come from this direction, opposite direction. Another side should come, because when it is even power, both of the graph will come closer in the same direction, and both will go up. Either both will go up or both will go down if it is even power. Eh, and if it is odd power, one should go up, another should go down near the vertical asymptote. So you see, as both are going up, not one going up, one going down, so it is not possible. This one is not possible for that reason. For odd power near that asymptote, one graph will go up, one graph will go down. Like one graph, by that I mean this graph will go up, then this graph will go down. You will say, sir, maybe it is going down. It is not going down, because you see this started going somewhat another direction. That means it came from this direction and it is going up. Or you can say it came from this direction, then it is going to this direction. That means it is not going down. It is not following the trend of my line, of my asymptote. In other words, simply you can see both of the graph is going to the same direction from this. If it is odd power, then this will be like this, and then another graph will, let me draw something. So that you can see it. Another graph will be like, if it is odd power, if it is this power, odd 1 3, then another graph will be like this. Another graph will be come like this. Okay, this one side will be like this, another side will be like this. This is like deep concept actually a bit. I'm just showing it here for sake of understanding. Two graph, like what I mean by two graph will go to two different direction. This is what I mean by that. If one graph goes up, then another graph will go down. Or you can say, sir, why this one? Why not this one? Yes, maybe this graph goes up, then another graph will come from this side and it will go down, following the trend of that line. This is the property for this is the relationship for odd power. So this is how we know that all other options are, like, this one is wrong because of negative sign here. This one is wrong because of the odd power here. This one is wrong because of the power is 2, so they must touch there, and actually they cross there, so that's why this one is also wrong. This is how we know that all of them are wrong. And actually in the B number question, the question asked you why they are wrong, tell us, and then you can say, I explained it multiple direction, all of them actually. Then you can say anyone, you can pick anyone and say this one is wrong because the asymptote is wrong. This one is easiest. This one is easiest. Or you can say, sir, this one is wrong because the vertical asymptote power is odd number, and in the odd number our graph should come near that asymptote from different direction. You can say that. Or you can, if you pick this one to explain, you can say, sir, the power in the x-intercept power is both power is even number, so they should touch, but in the actual graph they actually crossed, and that's why. How do you know that they crossed? Because see, the graph came down one side to another side, that's why you know that they are down, they are cross. Although this is like look like a lot of points given here, that's why the color is like this. So this is the explanation about that graph. Now let's go to the next one. Which function could produce this green graph? So this is related to exponential function. Let me make it zoom this one a little bit so that you can see it, because there is a minus here, so that you can see that minus. There is a minus here. So this question is this blue graph. So which one is could produce the blue graph? and you can see the answer is this one. And the reason is actually this is the reason is if you draw it, if you draw it, then actually automatically this graph will come. There is a minus x, so you see our normal graph is what, in the e to the power x, e to the power x plus 1. So normal graph is e to the power x. Okay, let me draw this one first because this one comes first. It is positive. E to the power x. So e to the power x n plus 1. Plus 1 means 1 in the top. So e to the power x plus 1 graph is this. And reflection of this graph will be, as there is a minus, so e to the power x minus graph is e to the power x minus graph is this one. Like this. It will not come closer to the line because there is some plus 1 given, plus 1 given, plus 1 given. And why these are not correct? First of all, I think you know that now why this is not correct, because the shape is different. Shape is coming in the opposite direction. There is some reflection here. So this one is matching. First one is matching. First one is matching here. So that's why it is not. This one is not correct. And why this is not correct? This is simple actually, because of the minus one. Graph should go down, but as you can see, graph actually moved up. That, how do you know that graph moved up? Because some space here with the x-axis. So the graph moved up. That's why that is space. If the graph do not moves up, then this space will, like, then the graph will be. If the graph is not moving up, then the graph will be like downside, like this. Okay, that's why. If it is minus, suppose if it is minus, then the graph will be this one. Okay, the graph moved up. This is how we know that this is plus 1. Same reason, this is minus 1. And also another problem is this one. Okay, this one is this graph. So this is how we know that 3 number graph is this one, and why all of them are wrong. I think now you know. And this question is like, this question is why some other graph is wrong. Explain it, like pick someone why it is wrong. Now I think you know why all of them are wrong. Now, yeah, let me clear it up so that I can draw the other things. Now the last one we have, last one from this question, set orange graph. This one is the orange graph, and you'll see, notice that all of them are long. Okay, so that means it is a long graph. And in fact, this one came from one of the topic that I discussed, and I said, if you just learn 4 graphs, remember that logarithm class, one time I said, if you learn just 4 graph, then actually no other question can come. Actually, this one is also like that for x from exponential, and this is related to logarithm. So let's discuss this one now. If you learn 4 graph, actually all the graph will come from that 4 graph, no matter what. And this is actually one of that question where you have that all 4 graphs together here. And this is that question actually. All 4 graphs, the 4 graphs that I have drawn, all 4 graphs is here. So let's draw them again. You do not have to draw them. So first draw this one, last one. Okay, this one. Okay, let me give some coordinate system. I will draw in another color. Let me draw just freehand sketching. So I will draw freehand all of them. So this is ln x, which is our beginning starting graph. Ln x graph is actually somewhat, this is the ln x graph. Ln x graph, log x graph, all of them are similar. This is the ln x graph. This is ln x graph. And minus ln x graph, there will be some reflection. This graph will be reflection. So let's draw minus ln x graph here. This is the minus ln x graph. Reflection about x-axis. So when you give a minus before the ln, this is the rule. Okay. Then this one. Let's draw this one. And for this one, we will draw the graph. We can draw it here. Okay. We'll draw that graph there. Reflection about this graph, reflection about x-axis. Reflection about x-axis. So this is ln minus x. This is ln minus x. And now this one is another reflection. This is double minus. If you remember, I said it this way. If there is double minus, then the graph is this one, minus ln minus x. This is exactly directly coming from that concept. So I said if you learn this 4 graph, all the log quotient, log, ln, log 2, log 3, anyway, anything. So all of the questions will come from these 4 graphs, and this is one of the 4 graphs. And as you can see, the shape, exact this shape, and this shape is the same shape. In fact, this is the graph. Okay, so this is how we know that this option is correct. And the next question is, so why choose one of the options and tell why they are not correct? Because of the shape, because ln x, they have the reflection. Ln x, this is the original main ln function. This is x-axis reflection. This is y-axis reflection, and this is x and y both reflection because of both double minus. Double minus means double reflection, and from which one they will be reflected? From this one. All the graph is actually reflection of this original graph. Because this is main ln x graph. You give a minus, that means one reflection about the x-axis. Then you give a minus within the bracket with x, then another reflection with y-axis. And when you give minus here and minus here, that means both in x-axis and y-axis double reflection. Double reflection means either it will go this and then again in the y-axis flip, or you can first give y-axis flip and then go x-axis flip. Then you get this graph, and you can see this, actually see this one and this one, double reflection. That's why there is some relationship between these two graphs also. All right, that's the first set questions, and I think I arranged all this lecture this way. This video, I planned it this way. I will make this video like for question set 1, I will make one video, then question set 2 another video, and question set 3, question set 4, 4 different videos, so that you understand clearly. And okay, let's not I will discuss the next question in the next video. All the best. Bye bye. Clear it up, close it.